Chapter 1 of Peggy Raymond's School Days, or Old Girls and New, by Harriet Lummis Smith. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Chapter 1 School Opens. There was no doubt about its being September, even if one had not been willing to leave the decision to the calendar. Other proof was not lacking. There was more gold in the sunshine, more blue in the sky, more russet and orange and crimson mingling with the green of the maples than ever August could boast of. The days had that mellow warmth, the nights that exhilarating coolness, which tell that summer is passing. And there were the children. Where they came from, no one could say, unless they had sprung up like mushrooms overnight. Every block teemed with them. There were the little kindergartners, generally 2 or 3 of them together, holding one another's hands, and looking so much like playthings that the lot of their teachers seemed nothing more nor less than a prolonged frolic. From the kindergarten tots they graded by steps hardly perceptible, up to the students of the high school age, preternaturally important, incredibly wise, and so near grown-up that only a person of extreme daring would have ventured to deny them that dignity. At the girls' high school that crisp September morning, Friendly Terrace was well represented. In the senior class its dignity was upheld by Peggy and Priscilla, while Amy and Ruth were classmates of the junior year. Dorothea Clark, who was not exactly a Terrace girl, but was magnanimously included in their number because she lived just around the corner of 60th Street, was the representative for the sophomores, while the freshman class included one of Peggy's neighbors, Rose Fletcher, a rosy, bright-eyed girl who bade fair to uphold the reputation of the Terrace, both in her class work and outside. Everyone had come early that first morning. Girls who had been together on an average of every other day all summer greeted one another as rapturously as if they had been separated for months. Others who had not met since the close of school, for the simple reason that they had not cared to take the trouble, were exchanging greetings of the most affectionate nature. The incoming first-year class could readily be distinguished by the fact that the members stood in silent groups, using their eyes and ears rather than their tongues. Occasionally a teacher passed through the corridors, nodding right and left, and was welcomed with radiant smiles. It was a singular fact that every teacher was popular on the first day of school. Peggy Raymond, as usual the center of an interested group, was giving an animated account of some of her vacation experiences, when Amy Lassell pushed through the encircling ring and seized her friend's arm. "Oh, Peggy, have you seen the flat?" The flat? Peggy looked about her, as if expecting to discover the article in question lurking in some corner of the corridor. Amy pinched her reproachfully. "For the household art, stupid! It's in the basement, and a perfect dream. Oh, I know I shall neglect my French and history, and everything else, and play all day in that adorable baby house." The result of Amy's eulogy was to send a score of girls clattering down the stairs in a headlong fashion, extremely censurable on any but the first day of school. Amy's enthusiasm was not misplaced. During the summer an unused portion of the basement had been converted into a little apartment, in which the various household arts, necessary for girls in all walks of life, could be more effectively taught. The rooms, opening one into another, were about the size for a family of Tom Thumbs, but this fact only heightened the delight of the observers. "See this dining room, with the sideboard and dear little round table. Doesn't it make you hungry just to look? The bedroom takes my eye. I wish I had white furniture in my room at home." "Paint your set white, then," advised Peggy. "I did mine." She peered into the tiny living room of the flat and sighed. "Oh, why couldn't they have had this when I was a first-year girl, instead of waiting till I was almost ready to graduate?" "I think it's intended for the first and second-year girls. We seniors are rather beyond that sort of thing," said a voice from the outskirts of the circle, and Peggy turned quickly. The speaker was an odd-looking girl, tall and slender, with an apologetic stoop, as if she hoped by this method to eliminate a few superfluous inches. Her near-sighted eyes blinked at the world through spectacles with unusually thick lenses. Her hair was heavy, and might have been beautiful if becomingly arranged, but drawn back tightly into a thick braid, it suggested only a determination of its owner's part to get it out of the way. It was not, however, the peculiarities of Victoria Wells's personal appearance which accounted for Peggy's air of surprise. She had been familiar with them too long to find them astonishing.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?